To celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary, we're heading to Europe.
For 30-something days. Our plans are to explore France, Switzerland, and Belgium over 35 days.
And we're capturing it all in this digital scrapbook.
We hope you enjoy our retelling of these adventures. Geneva was our last stop in Switzerland. We're now heading back to France, and specifically heading to Lyon, someplace that we knew a little about and were excited to experience.
We took the tram to the main train station. There wasn't a shuttle from the hotel to this train station, only to the airport. It was a relatively easy tram ride to get to the train station. Heavier.
The train ride from Geneva to Lyon is short and very simple. There were no changes, and it was nice. Good scenery.
We arrived at Lyon Parc de train station. We wanted to grab an Uber or a bus ride or a taxi. We were trying to decide when a taxi driver came up to us and offered us a ride. Unfortunately, this ended up being one of the worst experiences we've had on this trip. Once the taxi driver found out where we were going, he realized it wasn't a very expensive fare and really berated us the entire ride until John finally told him to knock it off. So it was an unfortunate start to our stay in Lyon.
Yeah, the experience on the cab ride over put us into a bit of a mode, and you can imagine we spent the next couple of hours venting about it as we got settled into our room, and we went out to find a laundromat. We kind of found it on the map, but wanted to know where it was before we lugged our clothes because it wasn't that close. Then we went back and packed our clothes into our luggage and brought them to the laundromat and got started. It was a nice laundromat, fine, and worked well. We kind of hung out in the area, had a snack across the street, finished it all up, packed it up again, and headed back to the hotel.
The next morning, we headed out to explore Lyon. We walked from our hotel down to the bus stop where we'll be catching our hop-on and hop-off bus to explore the city. On the bus tour, we got to see the amazing architecture of Lyon.
Lyon is divided up into a number of districts. Each has their own unique history, and in some cases, like the old shipping area that got refurbished, resulted in modern architecture replacing some of the legacy architecture and kind of still built with an homage to the past. It was beautiful. As with the other hop-on, hop-off tours we've done in the past, this gave us a great lay of the land for Lyon and allowed us to do some exploration on foot later.
There are two rivers in Lyon, the Rhone and the Saône, and the bus tour took us along both of them, including the confluence. When the bus tour stopped at the Basilique de Fourviere, we decided to get off and explore it a little bit on foot. You can see this basilica from almost anywhere in the city of Lyon.
The basilica sits on a terrace that overlooks all of Lyon, and we were blown away by the views. We spent a lot of time here as a result.
We decided to walk from the basilica back to the hotel room and try to find the ancient Roman ruins along the way. We found the old wall of Lyon, but we were not able to find the ruins, at least not on this day.
It had been a busy day so far. This had all taken place in the morning, and as we descended from the terrace where the basilica was located, we realized how hungry we were getting, and so we sat down for some lunch.
Yeah, we had a cheeky little visitor for most of our lunch. This looks like it's a pedestrian-only bridge, so that'd be a good one, yeah? Well, our bicycles. Pedestrian and bicycles.
We stayed at the Marriott in Lyon, and it was perfectly positioned. It's next to some beautiful gardens and a walking path, and right alongside the Rhone.
In the morning after breakfast, we would walk through the gardens and along the Rhone and check out the beautiful boats as we head towards our next adventure. Excellent navigator.
Our main objective for the day was to find the Roman ruins we couldn't find yesterday. Along the way, we found lots of cool things, including this horse fountain, as we called it, was designed by the designer of the Statue of Liberty. Absolutely stunning.
There's got to be a placard or something that explains this fountain. Suspect that up here is that part. I could be wrong. Whew. After a couple miles and a lot of steps, we finally made it to the Roman ruins.
It didn't really meet our expectations. They had turned the area of the ruins into a amphitheater. And so there was some modern staging and seating along these ancient walls. But once we got past that, it was fun to walk around and to kind of see these ancient areas up close. And it's remarkably well preserved.
After our visit at the ruins, we took the Lyon winding tight streets back down to the main part of town.
Yep, what goes up must come down.
When we got down, we decided to check out some of the things that we'd seen on the bus tour, but this time nice and up close.
On the bus tour, we learned about the Grand Hotel Dieu with 5 enclosed courtyards or plazas within it. And I'm a sucker for embedded courtyards, so we went and tried to find all of them. We got 4 pretty easily. They're in a straight line, and then got to the end and had to make a couple of left-hand turns to find the 5th. I actually thought we were going to be trapped in the building for a while.
had 3 nights at Lyon, but we packed quite a bit into it. Our next stop is supposed to be Bruges, Belgium. Unfortunately, I made a tactical mistake. We had the Eurorail pass, but I'd gotten so spoiled in Switzerland where reservations were not needed that I'd failed to make reservations. And without reservations, well, here, this will tell you.
When you travel with Eurorail, your pass gives you access to most trains in Europe. But it's good to know that the majority of trains in France need to be reserved in advance. As many of the popular routes in France can get busy, and because there are limited seats on international French trains for Eurorail pass holders, we recommend making your reservations as early as possible.
I started to try to find options on how to get us to Bruges. My first option, that was completely sold out, both on the Eurorail pass and as well as on the carrier. The second pass took us through Paris. It would be Gare du Nord. That also failed, could not get seat reservations. The third option was pretty tricky. It would take us about 13 hours. It didn't need reservations, but we weren't sure we were going to get back to Paris in time for our flight. So we made a tactical decision to change our plans and just head to Paris. We did need reservations to get from Lyon Part 2 to Gare de Lyon in Paris. Luckily, I think we grabbed the last 2 reservations.
So we took an Uber, not a cab, to the train station and took the speed train into Paris. Join us for our next exciting adventure, Paris Part 2.